I'm Old Wolf Gamer and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to take you through Sullust Survival and the Master level. So straight into the map. You want a multiplayer hand with Iron Torpedo, Personal Shield and Jump Pack. You'll get that if you play through hard. You'll be able to pick your own multiplayer hand. So going straight in. The map is fairly easy to start with on waves 1 and 2, basic soldier levels. If you've played some of the other survivals, this shouldn't be too hard. Has the added advantage of these two laser turrets at each side of the front of the hangar. Although they don't depress too far, if you can get the soldiers to one end or the other, you can take them out quite easily. So this is the end of wave 1. Let's say if you played the other survival levels, you should be able to get through waves 1 and 2 quite easily. Okay, going straight into the end of wave 2, you have the added addition of a couple of shock troopers. They're slightly more difficult, but with the aid of the laser turrets, you should be able to take them out quite easily. Just keep an eye on the laser turret health, because if it goes up, you'll go with it. So straight into wave 3, we get the first set of TIE fighters. There's 12 in this entire map. We're going to attempt to take 1 or 2 of them out. We don't want to take all 3. We're going to use a laser turret first, and I've managed to miss every single one of them on the way in. Okay, the soldiers on this individual level, which is a pod wave, are just similar to wave 1. They should be reasonably easy to take out, but do keep an eye on the battle map, as when the TIE fighters come in, their strafing runs can be quite lethal. A single TIE fighter can take you down to about 30 health, 2 will certainly kill you, 3 even more so. There are a couple of E-web blasters in here which can be quite useful, especially the one at the back of the map where the TIE fighters can't quite get you. So that ends that map. So I'm going to show you how to take out one of the TIE fighters. When they come in for a strafing run, just as they turn, get in with a rocket, get out of the way just in case another one's shooting at you. Oh, down to 10 health there, so you got to be careful. Now you can go at the back of the map into one of these 2 doorways, although there's not much places to hide. You can rebuild your health there. So I'm just going to take out the second TIE fighter of the 3, and that takes me down to 1 enemy. Now the pod has been dropped, and now I can go and safely pick it up. One of the things you might want to do is what I've just done there is blow up the laser turrets when their health is low, and they'll respawn at 100% for when you next need them. So I'm just going to pick up my pod, activate it, run around, get any other charge pickups that I can get while it's activating. Now the pod's activated. The first one's looked quite good. That's a shield, vehicle turret. With things like vehicle turrets and proximity bombs, you want to go at the back of the map in the hangar, place them down. The TIE fighters will just shoot them. And now I've got the major pickup I'm looking to get through this map, which is a blaster cannon. That's going to come into play from wave 7 onwards. So now that I've got that, I just have to get through the next few waves. So now that I've got the pod and I've placed everything where I want it, just wait for the last TIE fighter to come in, target, and out it goes. Okay, we're now on to waves 4 and 5, which should be pretty simple to take out. Just a bunch of soldiers coming in from either direction. You also get a couple of Viper droids as well in these next 2 waves. I've reset the laser turret and it's now coming in useful. Just as they're all clustered at one end, so it's reasonably easy to take them out. Any stragglers, if the laser turret's gone down in health, just pop into the back of the hangar, use this cannon, should be reasonably easy to take them out too. So that's wave 4 done. At some point during the map you will get them all coming out of this upper gantry. Again, just be ready for them, take a few out. Again, the Viper droids come in. So I'll get rid of this Viper droid because it'll be quite annoying. Enter the laser turret and take out the rest of the soldiers. So those biker scouts are quite nasty, especially at close range. It's a one-shot kill for them. Goodbye droid. So we're down to still got about 6 odd enemies. So the laser turret makes short work of them. However, they do know you're in the laser turret, so they tend to hide, so you've got to pop out every now and then just to bring them forward, and then sweep up. So this is the point where you can make daft mistakes, the health dropping there to 13. If it's staying in it too long, can be quite lose a life there. So I'm in this turret, I'm waiting on the next wave. This is the next pod wave. Just going to take out a few enemies coming in from the side based on the radar map, and see if I can get one of these TIE fighters, which I've failed to do so far. And missed the ball again. So I'm going to have to hide in the back of the map to take out the soldiers, just to stay away from them, the TIE fighters. Now there'll be 2 ATSTs down at the bottom of the map, so it's a matter of finishing off these soldiers as quickly as I can before the ATSTs come up. Okay. Now from this point onwards, this is how we're going to take out the ATSTs. So this control block is a good place to hide. You can see one coming in from the right. Now the ATSTs will cycle from the top of the map round across the top of the platform and then back. Sometimes they will come in depending if they see you or not. So if you stay hidden, they will just walk on by. When we're actually going to take them out, we'll have to encourage them to come in by either popping up or shooting one of them. I'm popping down there because the TIE fighters keep coming in on the strafing runs. Now because there's 3 of them, I want to take at least 2 of them out. There goes one. So it's just a matter of keeping an eye on the battle map to see when they go forward. The 2 TSTs are walking down the bottom of the map. I'll just hit one again to encourage it back up. I've taken out the TIE fighters, so there's 1 TIE fighter, 2 TSTs. So this is how to do it. So they come in, they can't see you, although they might notice you and shoot at the top of the box. You might suffer some splash damage, but you've got your shield there just in case the TIE fighter's there as well. Pop out the back, shoot it in the rear, which is its most vulnerable. They've spotted me now, so they're shooting away, and then there's the TIE fighter coming in as well. So you've got to keep an eye out what's shooting you and when. As you can see, there's 2 of them there. They just cluster around the top of the box, and then they head out again. So to stop them going down to the bottom of the map before they come back up, just shoot one in the back and they'll come back in. That'll give me enough time for the rocket to recharge and I can reset. So playing hide and seek here with the walker. Got my rocket all ready, wait for him to turn round, and this should see the end of this one. Oh, there we go. And that's how to take out the ATSTs, all 9 of them. But you can spot them at the back of the map as well. Oh, there's one down. So I've just down to the TIE fighter, so now I can go and get my pod. So it's just a matter of playing hide and seek with the TIE fighter as well. If you stand still, he will kill you. But just keep running around, get some pickups while the pod's activating. Get charges for my shield, which I'm going to need a lot later on. And I've got all my pod pickups. Wait for him to turn. Fire the iron rocket, and there he goes. So that's the end of wave 6. I didn't show you the pod pickups there because there wasn't really much to get. I still have my blaster cannon from first pod wave. So I'm just taking out the next few waves, say using the laser cannons, get them to bunch up and come towards me. And always keep an eye so the health starts to go down as they shoot at you. That's one guy I didn't notice. Smoke there from the biker scouts. Now this is where I'm going to use my blaster cannon. This is the position that I take to give us the widest arc of fire. You could probably use the other doorway as well. And you can see how easy now that we're taking out the next wave. The blaster cannon is one of the best weapons for doing this. Now they should all come at you, but they will from 1 or 2 directions, but they will fan out. And this is the problem with this map. they can get very close and will attack the blaster cannon. So it's keeping you safe and you're able to destroy the soldiers, but it's taking damage all the time. So the quicker you can get rid of these soldiers, the better. So that Viper droid is a bit difficult to get with a cannon, so I'll just go out and shoot it. Okay, that's wave 8 done, and we're now on to, almost done, there it goes. We're now on to wave 9, and you'll see now the benefits of this blaster cannon, and I really need to protect it. I would like another one from the wave 9 pod, but we're going to have to see what we get. So now we have shadow troopers, jump troopers, shock troopers, biker scouts, everything imaginable they're starting to throw at you now. So it's very difficult to take these soldiers on without help. And if I'm careful with the cannon, it should last quite a few waves. The reason why I would really like a second one is wave 15 is just as bad, but with all the TIE fighters and ATSTs, so you can't really come out of the hangar. Down to 62 on wave 9, so it's not as good as I hoped. Okay, so I'm now going to take out the TIE fighters. I just want one TIE fighter and 2 ATSTs, and then I can go and get the pod once I've taken out the ATSTs. So as before, hide behind that control box, take out the ATSTs from behind, shoot them to bring them back in, and wait for the ion rocket to recharge for the second shot, which should finish it off. So the other ATST's gone off to the side there, but it's not too much trouble if it comes in, you just gotta play hide and seek with them. So I've got to shoot it again to encourage it to come back in. My ion rocket is now fully charged. I've just got to keep an eye out for all the other ATSTs coming back in. So I'm probably going to have to switch around here. So that one's almost dead, but I'm going to have to concentrate on this one now. So this is where a little bit of patience. In for that one. Okay, it's taking a fair bit of damage. Oh, I'm getting shot at now, he doesn't like me. You will be exposed a little bit, but this is about the only position I could find. I think the tank on the other side, it's possible to run underneath the shuttle and round that tank, but it's always facing you, so it's very difficult to get a shot. So I'm just going to finish this one off and its twin before I go and claim the pod. There you go. Now the other one I'd hit quite a bit, so it should be a lot easier to take out. And there it is at the bottom of the map, it's about to come in again. Its health is very low, and there it goes. So I'll quickly jump back in just to keep away from the TIE fighter and run down, going up, get the third pod. Now this is probably the last pod that I would like a blaster cannon, but I didn't get one on this, so wave 14 and 15 is going to be a little tricky for me. Okay, TIE fighter down, now on to wave 10. Now you'll see the benefits here. The shadow troopers are coming out of this blaster cannon. You can use the laser turrets, but the amount of troops now, they will take out the laser cannons quite quickly, or the laser turrets. So, and these shadow troopers take some hitting. They go down and they get up, they go down again. So if you didn't have any decent firepower, you find that everybody just starts to shoot on you, and you wouldn't survive in this small map running around trying to evade them, because there's basically nowhere to go. So the blaster cannon's holding up quite well. Okay, down to 3 enemies, a couple of droids, a couple of droids left, so it should be fairly easy to take out. It's wave 10 done. So I'll run back to the cannon for wave 11. Now, I go back to the cannon and don't use the laser turrets because the troops will sometimes just target a blaster cannon if it's sitting there. And coming down the stairs, this just seems too easy. It's almost 10 troops in one go. And so you get a nice full arc fire in this position, unlike the E-Web blaster, which is restricted and you can be flanked. So that's wave 11 done, so I'm now on to the fourth pod wave. And my blaster cannon is holding up quite well so far, so I really need to clear up these soldiers as quickly as possible. And then take out a couple of the TIE fighters, then to the ATSTs, and then get on to the last 3 waves. As you can see, I'm taking damage. These shadow troopers aim at you, not the blaster cannon. So when you get them in front of you, it's suggested you take them out, and I say they go down and they get back up again unless you hit them multiple times. So again, on wave 12, the vehicle turret that I placed earlier from another pod is starting to damage the ATST. So because it was at the back of the map, the TIE fighters weren't able to take it out. Oh, give me a barrage there, and there it goes. That just seems too easy. So while the other ATST is wandering around, I'll take out a couple of TIE fighters. I'd say keep an eye out for the strafing runs. If they line up on you together, you can take a lot of damage. So I've got an infantry turret there as well from one of the pod waves, and just to try and preserve my cannon as long as I can. So we're going into wave 13 now. And then we've got Rocketeers as well as all the others. Okay, 15 plus enemies, so that's 18 or 19 soldiers. A very difficult number to take out by yourself. The jump trooper's taken out my turret. Okay, so I've taken out those guys, and I've gone outside for the Viper droids. And we're on to the second to last wave. My cannon's down to 22 health. There's a strong chance it won't survive this wave. So I've got to be very picky now and try and take out as many of these as quickly as possible. I'm getting shot from the side, all directions now, so try not to panic and pick my targets. I really want to kill this shadow trooper. I'm down to 2 health now. Right, I've got to be very quick now. When the blaster goes, straight in, bubble up on the shield, jump back out, because there's no way it'll last long enough for me to run away. Oh, that's it gone already. Straight into the laser turret. Okay, let's just clean up the last few here. Now, I'm starting to panic a little bit at this point because wave 15 is the same amount of soldiers or more, plus the ATSTs, plus the TIE fighters. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do now. I do have a Sanctuary of Last Resort, and I think I'm going to have to use that to finish the map. Yep, there's the last one done. Okay, so it's just like, do I go in and try and take the soldiers on, or where do I go? Do I go up there? Okay, so there is one place I can go, which is behind these boxes. So jump up and in. Now, if I hide down in the crouch position, nothing can really hit me, but there's a very narrow window to shoot out. You can either shoot from the crouch position, or you can stand up. The thing is, everything knows you're there, and the Viper droids can get in. I give myself a 50-50 chance of surviving this. There's just so many enemies. I say they all know you're there, and they're all raining down on you. Now, pretty soon the ATST, oh, there's one already, will make it to the top of the map. And I'm glad I've got a few shields left because I'm really going to need them now. You suffer blast damage, from the ATSTs and the TIE fighters when they line up on you. So it's just popping out every now and then, taking a few shots. Hopefully I'll hit enough to run the soldiers down. I'm still at 10 plus enemies. So, oh, right, there's 3 ATSTs, 3 TIE fighters, and I think I've got most of the soldiers now, but I can see from the battle map there's probably still a couple around. So just pop up, trying to get up. There's a Rocketeer there, take him out. So looking at the battle map now, 5 plus, it looks like I'm just down to 3 TIE fighters and the 3 TSTs. You can take TIE fighters from here if they line up on you, and there goes 1. So I'm now down to 5, so it's 2 TIE fighters, 3 TSTs. Now at some point I'm going to have to leave this section and go back into the hangar to take out the rest of the enemies. So there's an ATST coming by, and say you suffer blast damage. They know you're there, they just give a few shots and then off they go. So the shields are coming in handy, but I've now only got 2 left. So hopefully this guy's going to line up. Let's see if I can get myself down to 1 TIE fighter. Here we go. Okay, I'm now down to 4 enemies, which is very doable now when you've seen me do it from the other pod waves. So I'm back in the hangar now. This should be my last TIE fighter. Yep, now we dash down to the 3 TSTs. Now even though there's 3 of them, the same tactics will work. Unless they see you and come in from the right side, they can come round to the back, and there it becomes very difficult to get out of the way. You have to run under the shuttle and play hide and seek with them around the tank on the other side of the hangar. But if I just keep it careful, I should be able to take them out 1 at a time. There one goes. So I'm now down to 2. Now if I can't do it from here, then I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So it's just a matter of not making mistakes. Entice it back in. I think the last ATST is now at the bottom of the map. So it should be fairly simple now. There's no TIE fighters to give me any grief. Yep, shoot to bring him back in. Now as you can see there, I've got 5 hearts. There's 1 over there to the right, so I still haven't used a life. And I'm very close to completing this without dying. Okay, I'm now down to 1 ATST. Now what I call the Sanctuary Last Resort beside those boxes, you could probably play the entire map from there. It's just a matter of popping up, shooting, hiding. But if you don't have a blaster cannon by, say, pod wave 9, just shoot him to bring him back in. If you don't have a blaster cannon by then it's probably the only place I can see that you could play the entire map from and actually survive it. There is a similar location down to the left on the cliffs where there's seemingly a small crag you can drop into. Okay, we're almost there. 1 more rocket and the guy's gone. You can see my time is 68 minutes so far. This is a very long map to play. And my health has been down to 3 at some point. And I've had a few close shaves, but I'm almost there. I've played this map a lot of times to get to this point. Here we go, 1 more. And that's it. Sullust on Master with no deaths. Completed. And we get a nice last cutscene with the Millennium Falcon. And we're done. So 204 enemies, no lives used, 15 waves, 1 hour and 8 minutes. And you should get your Master Star. And I would have got a no death here if I hadn't done it before. Now this was the last one I did, so I got my survival mission ATST diorama figure as well. And I'm almost complete on my diorama as well. I think I've got 2 figures left now. I'm Old Wolf Gamer. Thanks for watching. Till next time.